Massive damage in what looks to be
More fighting could erupt at any moment.
Certainly confusing times. The question of where to place loyalty.
Across the inner sphere, the civil war between the noble houses continues.
open warfare has divided the Federated Commonwealth in several.
The conflict between House Steiner and House Davion rages on.
New tensions in the Chaos March threaten to again spark fighting between former comrades. Colonel David Renard and his executive officer Major Kelly have peacefully divided the command of their forces on Carver 5. The longtime friends carefully separated their troops into House Steiner and House Davion military containment zones. Colonel Renard had this to say about the Davion withdrawal.
We needed time to regroup, to look at ourselves, ask who we were. Where did our loyalties truly lie? For me, and the brave men and women under my command, the answer was clear. They were with Archon Katrina Steiner. They weren't with any rebels. But I am here to tell you, the first shot will not be fired by anyone under my command.
This was the scene on Carver 5 just 2 days ago. In a series of daring raids, a bandit army consisting of tanks and light battle mechs seized several Steiner outposts, stealing supplies and capturing several weapon facilities.
Archon Katrina Steiner was quick to rule out the deployment of additional troops to deal with the bandit threat.
Sending additional Steiner forces to Carver 5 will give the Davion rebels another excuse to bathe a peaceful planet in blood. An alternative solution must be found.
Nerves are certainly frayed in the Steiner territory.
Refugees continue to stream from the planet.
Still more bandit attacks.
The mercenaries are due to arrive shortly, ending weeks of speculation.
I'll ask you again. Was it smart for the Archon to hire mercenaries to deal with the bandit army on Carver 5?
Of course it was smart. It was the best thing she could have done. Think about it. Mercenaries don't care about sides or politics. They care about getting paid. All of the great houses use them. Liao, Karita, Merrick, even your precious Davians use them. That's why the Davion commander has agreed to this solution. Kelly knows that once the bandits are dealt with, the mercenaries will pull out.
Looks like we're already famous, Commander. They think we won't be staying long, but based on the supplies you ordered, I'd say you've got other plans.
Well done, Commander. This is Ambassador Yi, House Steiner's political representative on Carver 5.
A pleasure, Commander. You handle yourself well.
Remember, you may have no contact with Davion forces. You're here to prevent a war, not start one.
Carver 5 was once held by House Liao, and there still is a sizable population of Liao loyalists here. You are warned to stay well away from them. We want no incidents.
Let's get on with it. The bandits have taken one of my outposts. I want it back. Your tactical officer will give you the specifics. Recapture the outpost, Commander. I want this over as soon as possible. I seem to be getting my money's worth, Commander.
Colonel, you'll want to see this. My operatives have uncovered the routes of several bandit supply convoys moving through the sector.
Very good. I want the first heavy recon mobilized in 5 minutes. They'll destroy the convoy headed south. I want you to intercept the second convoy heading east. If her information is correct, there's a mobile headquarters included in the convoy. I want it. According to the data you recovered, the bandit leader is Chung Vong, a House Liao commander who attempted to take this planet in 3057.
Steiner intel shows him on active duty, but your data says he was dishonorably discharged.
Someone's lying. There's another supply convoy moving up the Little Yangtze River. Stop them before they cross it.
Colonel, that river is the border of Liao territory. I urge you not to take military action so close to House Liao.
I'm not taking military action. He is.
Colonel, I respect...
Enjoy the weapons you captured, Commander. A prize for a job well done.
You have violated House Liao's territory, Colonel Renard.
I have no idea what you're talking about, madam. House Liao said there were no bandits in that region. Why would any of my forces be there?
I officially protest.
Noted. One of my civilian spies is missing. I sent him into Liao territory last night. He's being held prisoner in a facility across the Little Yangtze. Recover him. Incidentally, Liao has a fuel depot nearby. An explosion there would make a good distraction.
Colonel!
That will be all. We have the location of the bandit stronghold. It's roughly 10 clicks west of here on Little Bear Island. Nothing but rocky desert, no cover, nowhere to run. Finish the job and get off this planet. You're a mercenary and I can't trust you. I've learned I can't trust anyone. So wipe out the bandits and then get out of here. I've got plans for Carver 5 and you don't want to be part of them.
It was a complete victory for Steiner. The bandits were hopelessly outclassed by the mercenaries, just as I had predicted. Carver 5 can no longer be considered a hot zone.
Wrong! As we speak, the 4th Alliance Guard is en route to Carver 5 to reinforce the Steiner defensive cordon. The 4th is a hard-fighting unit of veteran mech warriors. Why, I ask you, has Colonel Renard called for heavy reinforcements if the bandit threat has been eliminated?
It's obvious. They're gearing up for a strike against Major Kelly's Davian forces. Steiner has always been aggressive.
Political posturing aside, there is something going on here that we don't know about. Why has the Archon refused to comment on this situation?
Davian representatives say they were forced to respond to House Steiner's action, and that the reinforcements were called in as a purely defensive measure.
Major Kelly was quick to take action, calling in heavy units recovered by House Davian during the clan wars. This influx of clan technology should give Davian an edge against the numerically superior Steiner forces.
Tonight, things are heating up on Carver 5.
I've been searching Mechcommander, and I've found us a new contract. Working for House Liao. Liao is posting a lot of C-bills to attract veteran Merc units. I've got them holding on VidCom right now.
I see no need to check your references, Sangwei. We have seen your work firsthand. It is an odd twist of fate that the reduction of my military at your hands forces me to hire you as my mercenary. I am the Mandrisa Anita showed. This is my son Jason. He is to be the next ruler of this planet. We require your services so that we may bring peace to Carver 5.
Colonel Renard is overreacting to a minor bandit threat that has nothing to do with us by invading our territory and harassing the people of this planet.
He is taking political prisoners, innocent civilians, and herding them into an internment camp. I want you to liberate that camp. The people must be saved.
It is time to strike at House Davian.
But we need the eyes of the inner sphere clouded, temporarily. Our next target should be a pair of communication transmitters located on the moon. Destroy them, and the Steiner and Davian leaders will be unable to receive further orders.
But if we strike directly at them...
This gives us time to assure their mutual destruction, my son. But take care, Sangwei. Along with Clan Max, Major Kelly brought back several warriors they took as bondsmen during their tour against the clans.
Fine. Clanners are brilliant mech warriors. Let's see how the hero deals with them.
This is all we can see of Carver 5. We don't know how long it will be before contact can be re-established. Reports from the planet are sketchy at best. Refugees continue to evacuate, bringing with them stories of horror and hardship.
Widespread fighting has swept the planet. Early accounts indicated that Steiner and Davian forces had finally engaged. New reports suggest that House Liao has been drawn into the fighting. And now unconfirmed sources tell us that a revolution is underway and that partisans plan to storm the capital. With communications cut on Carver 5, we will all have to wait to see how this drama plays out.
There has been a setback. My son's actions have cost us the majority of our forces. All I've worked for could be lost.
I will create a new plan. I don't need the mercenary.
You will meet with House Steiner to sue for peace. We will aid Renard in his fight against Major Kelly. The tide will change, and we will gain time to recover. And you, Sangwei, must escort my son to this meeting. I know that I may depend on you.
New reports confirm tonight that a revolt is underway on Carver 5. Civilians, some say in the thousands, have banded together to stop the destruction of their planet.
Archon Katrina Steiner is headed to her mountain retreat to review the situation.
Fighting is at an all-time high. Refugees gather in makeshift camps as tanks and battle mechs roam the countryside, attacking and counterattacking in an attempt to wrest control of the planet once and for all. Their markings have become irrelevant. To the people, they are simply...
In other news from Carver 5, Captain Jason Cho, a member of the Liao nobility, was killed in a freak training accident while on maneuvers with his unit. Funeral arrangements...
Baxter is not a military strategist. In fact, he is an industrial engineer. He was driven to lead, he says, by the devastating effects of inter-sphere politics on the civilians of Carver 5. But what effect can a civilian revolt have against seasoned veteran soldiers? The best Mr. Baxter can hope for is to open a dialogue with Colonel Renard and begin the process of healing.
I cut the deal as you instructed, sir. You'll get revenge, but we're not gonna get rich doing it.
I talked to the troops, Skipper. We're in. Let's do them all.
I've got Baxter waiting.
I'm glad we could help out there. My men owe you a lot for saving their families from the internment camp. But listen, I've made a deal, and I really need for you to be a part of it. This is Major Kelly of House Davian.
Commander?
And Major Kelly has agreed to help us in our fight for independence.
My men will continue to fight against House Liao, but I will not fire on House Steiner. Understand, this is in direct violation of my orders. But David Renard is my friend. He was my commanding officer, and I owe him a lot. I don't know what's happened to him, but I won't fight him anymore.
We can't offer you much, but you'll be working for the people now. That must be worth something. It's going better than I'd hoped. I hear people are starting to call you their savior.
Agreed. He's done well. But I've seen this kind of thing before. Your citizens can't make a hero out of a mercenary. Eventually, he's going to pull out and leave you defenseless. Your people have to liberate themselves.
Well, then we'll give them a symbol to rally around. Like the palace. Or destroy the Liao Palace.
Sir, this private message was sent to you before we destroyed the palace.
Well played, Zheng. My husband is dead. My son is dead. I'm disgraced. I will not wait for disease to take me. By the time you reach my palace, I will be dead. May you live in interesting times.
That's it. Major Kelly is waiting.
You've taken House Liao out of the picture. Surviving units are going into hiding or fleeing the planet.
The destruction of the Liao Palace should be just the boost we need. Thanks.
Sir, I've got Colonel Renard on VidCom. He wants to be patched into Major Kelly, too.
Brute force is not the only way to win a war. I have more tools at my disposal. Stand down your armies or I will be forced to use them.
David, stop. This isn't what we signed on for.
Susan, listen to me. Let me help you. I can explain it to the Archon. I'll tell her that Liao masterminded the whole thing, that it wasn't your fault. We can blame the mercenary. It'll be like it was.
No, David. It's you that needs help. You have to be stopped.
Let's stick to the facts. This planet belongs to House Steiner, Major. We both know how to deal with rebels. I'm declaring martial law and seizing the civilian starport. Let's see how long you can last without food or medical supplies. Send the mercenary to take it back. Please.
We all know what we have to do. There's only one way to end this. As long as Renard maintains his command, the citizens of Carver 5 will continue to die.
I, however, cannot participate in or support any action that will end in the death of my commanding officer.
Well, fine. Understood. Take him out.
Tonight, a special report. Peace on Carver 5 and the birth of a planet named Liberty. After more than a month of grueling combat, conflicting reports, and allegations of war crimes, peace has been restored on Carver 5 by an unlikely source, a mercenary commander. On the Steiner capital of Tharkad today, he is being called a murderer. But here, on this beleaguered planet, they are hailing him as hero.
We take you to a live press conference where the Archon herself is paying tribute to her departed friend.
And so we say goodbye to a fallen hero and a great humanitarian. His commitment to the people of Carver 5 will never be forgotten.
Archon,
will you comment on the people's decision to rename the planet Liberty?
That will be all for today.
Will House Steiner try to recover Liberty?
The damage that the mercenaries have done on Carver 5 cannot be mended through force of arms.
Will you seek retribution against the mercenary commander?
I thank you, and good afternoon.
But, Mr. President, aren't you afraid of reprisal from House Liao? How will you keep the independence that you've worked so hard to achieve?
My people are negotiating with the Liao ambassador as we speak. Now, Chancellor Sun Tzu, he's a reasonable man. I'm certain we can find common ground. Beyond the talks, I've requested that a certain party remain on the planet and act as our protector general. I don't believe that Liao is anxious to face him again.
Setting course for the periphery, sir. And don't worry, I raised our price on Mercnet like you told me.